Hi there guys, it's Tim G5TM. What makes you stop spinning that dial and call into a station who's calling CQ? Is it because they're a rare DX station? Is there more to it? Let's have a think. Hi there, Tim G5TM, Golf 5 Tango Mike, to use the phonetics. Based in the south coast of England, and thanks for joining me. Do you know what struck me the other day? And I think I mentioned this briefly in maybe a video I did a couple of weeks ago, I don't know. I was spinning the old dial on the 7300, just trawling through 40 metres, having a little listen as you do. And came across a station who I thought was really positive and bright and welcoming. And it made me stop and want to listen. And it struck me, that whenever we call CQ, do we really, do we have any sort of thought about how we come across to other stations? I don't mean in terms of procedure and process. I mean, we call CQ, we check the frequencies in use before all that, of course, and we use the right terminology, we repeat their call back and wish them 73 after the QSO is over, and we call CQ again, and all that's done. But is there more to it than that? Is there more to holding a frequency than just being good at the process? Thing is, see, to my mind, and this may sound cheesy and a bit, but hey, this is where I'm coming from. To my mind, we're humans talking to each other, certainly on phone anyway. And, I think we all respond well, don't we, to other people who we think sound welcoming, And there's some stations, whenever I think of stations that are like that, I always think of stations that I hear on 40 metres. There's Lima Zulu 5 Delta Delta, Dan over in Bulgaria, always a nice polite op. Yuri over in is he Czech Republic? I can't remember if it's called OK2 something. I've got terrible head for things these days. But you know who I mean, Yuri is always a massive signal. I think he's on 20 and 40, isn't he? Slavko and Yanis, the guys over in Slovenia, Sierra 51 Delta X-ray, Sierra 57 Delta X-ray. Great stations. Not only strong, but nice. They're polite. There's Kurt over in Trinidad, 9Z4FE. You see, these calls come into your head, don't they? And there's other stations you hear all the time, who are sure, great ops. But these are the guys I hear. Whenever I hear them, I always stop and say hello. There's Jeff up in the Orkneys, GM80FQ. That's another great station for you. Again, great signal, which helps, but he's very professional, he's polite, you see. So whenever I stop and I hear Jeff working a pile-up, and he's not looking for DX, if he's working stations maybe elsewhere in England, or not in the UK because he's up in Scotland, or in Europe or whatever, I'll try and say hello to him. What have these guys got in common? Well, they've got great stations, they've got great signals, and they've got a fantastic setup. That's a given. But you don't have to, that isn't what it's all about 100% though. What they're good at doing is, they are good at running the frequency. They're good at having maybe a couple of overs with you, wishing you 7-3, politely. They politely pick you up, they politely engage you, and they politely put you to the one side. Say, great to speak to you, I'll catch you again, some others calling me, I'll come back to you. They don't say it like that, but that's how it comes across, isn't it? And I don't know about you, but when I hear people who do it like that, I want to call them. And maybe there's a bit of a lesson for us when we're calling CQ, It isn't just about the process. And when you're new and you're very nervous, that's completely understandable. You just want to get things right. But when you're a few months into it and you're used to maybe calling CQ, even if you do it on 2 meters, and then you go and do it on HF, okay, slightly different ball game, but you're still calling CQ, you're still running the frequency, aren't you? And you'll develop your own pattern, you'll develop your own speed, your own the way of doing it that suits you. But the one thing that should always be there, I think, isn't just the process, but I think it's the empathy coming across, it's the ability to say, oh, great to hear you again. Now, to do that, you probably need to use good logging software. N1MM is dead simple to use. That's a good enough milestick for you. So, I've got a rubbish old Windows 7 laptop, it's dead old, chugs along, N1MM, job done. And, whenever I hear a call again, It's Dave from Chelmsford on 40 metres. How are you, Dave? We spoke to each other a few months ago. And if you put a little thing on the comments box as well, not just does not the other guy's name and where he's from, but maybe the rig he's using, or maybe he's mentioned something about a hobby he does. No, model aircraft flying or something. I don't know, anything. He said, oh, Dave, yeah, I spoke to you a few months ago. How's the model aircraft flying going? Or how's the, he's bought a new FTDX, whatever it is, or a new Kenwood. How's that coming along? I think it makes a difference. And the next time you call CQ, he or she will hear, oh, they were great to speak to last time. I'll give them a shout. And you'll get more responses. And not only that, you see, there's one other thing to think about as well, because when you're talking on a frequency to somebody else, it isn't just that one person that can hear you, there might be another half a dozen people listening in. Now, if you sound like you're bored of life, or you sound like you're going through the motions, and you're having a 2 or 3 minute QSO, most of them are going to spin the dial and go elsewhere, unless you're a rare DX. But if you're Joe Soap like I am, in the middle of England somewhere, and you're running a bit of inter-G on 40 metres, or you're on 80 metres in the night, so I can go elsewhere. But if you're really positive, and you say, oh, yeah, great to work with you, how's it going? You're welcoming. Oh, he sounds like a good bloke, or she sounds like a nice lady, I'll give him a call. You know, I think it's just that. And I think we really sometimes just, in this hobby of ours, which is just a fantastic hobby, I think sometimes we get bogged down on the technical and the procedural, and sometimes we don't think about the human part of it. And if you want to run, not a pilot, but if you want like a steady stream of contacts on your frequency, maybe 18, 20 in an hour, which is a good steady stream. There'll be some gaps in between, but you get 20 contacts in an hour with a couple of minutes QSO with each person. If you want to get people to come back to you again or to attract new people, be positive. Yeah, use a bit of logging software. Get to know the person you've spoken to before. The chances are, for every 20 people you speak to on 40 or 80 metres, with the short skip we get in the UK certainly, or even throughout Europe, for every 20 people, you've probably worked at half of them before. And that's great. And if they then know you remember them, and that you know something about them, they'll feel really pleased that you've taken the time to remember something about them. Even though they know and you know you've got it on logging software, you've still bothered to look, haven't you? You've still bothered to actually make that conversation with them that's a little bit more personal. Now, it might sound cheesy to you all this, and you're probably going, what the hell is he on about? But I think it works. I think it works in life. I think it works if you're trying to sell something to people. I think it works if you're trying to engage with somebody on a social level. I think people gravitate towards people who sound interested in them and actually a little bit interesting in general. So there you are. Just something on my soapbox anyway. I think the really good ops, the people like Yuri, the people like Dan, the people like Kurt, and there's loads of others, Jeff. These are all guys who make you feel as if they're talking to you, not to your call sign. And I think that's the key to it. Anyway, enough of that. I thought I'd get it off my chest. I thought it'd be interesting to share. If you've got any comments on that, if you think I'm talking a load of baloney, by the way, tell me on the comments below. And if you think I'm actually making some form of sense, then give me a little bit of hope here. Tell me if you think you agree a little bit with it. And if you don't, say anyway. That's great. It's all part of the debate. And I thought I'd share that with you. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, by the way, click subscribe, share, or whatever you want to do. Thumbs up. Fantastic. Leave a comment, as they say. And you stay safe now. And we'll catch you again. Tim G5TM. All the best and take care. Bye-bye.